is me doing kind of like a video diary so that I can look back and see and compare results in my health, because I already have a health blog and I post about my health sometimes, but I haven't done a video on it yet because I've had so much stuff happen over the last 3 years with my health. It has been a lot to process. So I'm going to try and go over what's been happening to my health the last 3 years, because I'm about to try some new stuff to see if it will help with my health. But the important thing is, for me and anyone else, if this stuff does work, is for me to have people understand and believe that I really do have health issues, and if those products work, that they really did help those health issues. Because I've always been blogging about healthier ways to eat, healthier supplements, healthier ways of life to live emotionally, spiritually, and so I like helping other people and helping them with their health. And so, and figuring out everything and doing research for other people to try to help them, and also myself, I feel like I'm going to another chapter of upgrading my health, because that's how it all started, was upgrading our food game and then upgrading our health. And so I just wanted to do a recap over the last 3 years basically, because not many people would notice that I have health issues, but those around me have. So I'm going to explain those, and then I'm going to explain things that help with that. And then when I look back at this video after doing the new stuff I'm going to try, then I can at least be like, look, like I'm not making it up, like because you'll see a difference. Because I'm going to tell you right now, I've seen a difference in my body and everything else. And I'm doing this video from my first off day of the week. And usually at my first off day of the week, I sleep in because I'm exhausted. My body pays off debt sleep, and then I really can't function the rest of the day. I have such high fatigue, and I usually just sit on the couch all day, or I go and do my laundry, but just watch YouTube videos and stuff. But basically my off days are for recovery, but I'm not even working any more than a normal person, 40 hours a week. And so, but this has become my norm for my injuries from over the last 3 years. So, and health issues. So, my reality of life has changed, and just had. So, I have rods in my back, and which a lot of people have issues with their back. That's no big deal. But I have rods from 2 to 7 down the vertebrae, so it's about majority of my back. And they don't tell you a lot of stuff when you get surgery, that what could go wrong and stuff. They down basically just another thing for people to make money, because I was young and impressible. If I knew what I knew now, I would never have gotten surgery, because it could have been fixed by a chiropractor, but it wasn't as deep as they made it. And so, but then they straighten my back, it's still curved where the rods are, which is kind of funny. My doctors laugh at that when they look at it. And so, anyways, but I was okay though, because I had worked out, and I had alleviated a lot of my chronic back pain from working out and eating healthy, and I was pretty good. In fact, that was the peak of my health about 3 years ago, because I was a size 7 instead of a size 3. I had gained a lot of muscle, and I worked at the gym, and I did Zumba 4 days a week, including in the water. I just did basically whenever there was class, because I loved it. And I had really high pain tolerance and really high stamina. With didn't take energy drinks, never been on prescription pills or pain medicine. More than a week of my life after the back surgery, and so I was actually healthy. And then whenever I had my car wreck that my other friend is still suffering from, and she's hadn't been able to work ever since the car wreck, and not even a regular job anyways. And I remember after the car wreck, I could not feel anything. My body went numb for about 6 months. And I was just, thinking okay, this is normal, because, I've never let myself feel pain before, because I had trained my body not to feel pain from the back pain from the surgery. So I had just a very high pain tolerance. I could very much easily ignore pain. and keep doing what I was doing and still go to work and, you know, still do whatever I needed to do. And also I had that still in me as a kid, like, you just didn't complain about, you know, stuff, and if you were sick, it wasn't really acknowledged. And so I just had been taught growing up not to show if you had a weakness, basically, in that area. And, you know, me being a child development specialist later on figured out that that wasn't, you know, the right thing. And so, you know, I started changing and listening to my body whenever I did have any issues. So, you know, fast forward, have the wreck. I barely get done with college because my body is so traumatized that I cannot stay awake to even do my schoolwork. And I was working at a hotel 20 hours on the weekend, and then teaching kindergarten and then 3rd grade during the week. And I had to do lesson plans for my head because I passed out every day after school. And I would wake up like in the middle of the night and then write down my lessons plans, or wake up early in the morning writing them, or catch up on them on the weekends. And it was ridiculous, like, how much my body was shutting down. And in the meantime, I had no help or no support besides my friend that I had gotten in the car wreck and realized that we were really injured. And so, you know, I had to leave the place I was living, you know, because, you know, I wasn't in school anymore, so, you know, I wasn't supposed to stay there anymore, because that was the deal. And so when I graduated, barely graduating, had to take on a $5,000 loan because I had to take a break because of these injuries, and I didn't want to fail. I wanted to, you know, graduate with my, you know, good grades that I've been working for the last 7 years in college. And so I took a break, one break. I had people, you know, that were close to me say awful things to me about how there was nothing wrong with me, that I wasn't hit that hard, and yada yada yada. Just because they had some kind of financial, you know, help in my life, they thought that, you know, that was appropriate. And so now those people aren't in my life anymore. and then after that, I, you know, took the break, came back, finished out a little bit stronger, even though internship was really hard on my body, and I passed with, you know, honors, and everything was good. And then I started having anxiety and panic attacks about how I can't teach because I just did internship and it almost killed me. And I was like, people, you know, like, you know, because I hadn't been taught to show pain or anything before growing up, I didn't know how to show, you know, because it was like if I showed that I was having any kind of issue, I would hear voices in my head that, you know, I'm playing the victim, or, you know, I'm not, you know, people have it worse than me, I shouldn't complain, stuff like that. And so, but I knew that was wrong, but that doesn't mean that voice in your head doesn't go away. That has to, you know, you have to have, like, some people that have therapy to have that kind of voice, you know, go away. And so I focused on, you know, on how God saw me and my identity in Christ instead, because, you know, at that point I had my identity in my schooling and identity in getting a job as a teacher taken away. So then I had to make sure that, you know, my identity was solid, you know, in something else instead, you know. And so, which, you know, it was, my identity was already in Christ anyways, but still, you know, you do put a lot of pressure on yourself to have a good job or do this right at college, and I had everything set and planned, you know, before that last semester when that guy decided to run a red light and hit me and my friend. And, you know, the fact that I even know that, you know, I was injured and then settled because I really did not have a clue that anything was wrong. Took advice from people to be older and wiser than me, and they said it was a good deal, and I was just, you know, unexperienced and didn't realize that they had, you know, the adjusters had lied to me and told me that what I was going to get now, I would get later on, even if they found something wrong with me, which is a lie. I called back that adjuster and let him know that he ruined my life, and I hope he was happy with himself, and that my friend was going to be suing him, but she still is. And so, anyways, and so, you know, you think about all that going on, you know, that's just in a year's time that has gone on, you know, and so that was at the very beginning. So I go ahead and I upgrade my food game, and I, like, eat really healthy because I'm trying to nurse my body, get back to health. I don't take a bunch of, like, pills out of the blue. I research things, you know, and would take, like, stuff like vitamin B, things to balance my hormones, things that I, you know, would normally take even if I wasn't injured, just to give my body that extra boost it needed. And I just kept working at the hotel and getting skills in sales instead, because the job was a lot less stressful on the body than, you know, teaching. Teaching is a very stressful job in your body, and if, you know, you have any kind of physical injuries, you really can't teach, and there's a lot of pressure. And so, I, you know, loved the school I taught at, and I hated that I couldn't pursue going there, but it was all because of my health. And also, I wanted my students to have 100% of me, not just 20% of me, because I felt like I was I felt like only 20% of me was working. And so I stayed at the hotel, and I gained skills there, and really good skills. I'm kind of a jack of all trades, anyways. And so I'm good at that kind of stuff, anyways. And so, but it just wasn't what I had a passion in teaching was. And so I was like, okay, I'm gonna put my that on hold because I got to focus on my health, which wasn't really easy because not many other people saw that my health needed to be a focus. It's like I was a newly graduated college student, and I looked really healthy, but they're like, what's wrong with you? And it's like, I don't know. I'm tired all the time. My body hurts. I don't know. I remember that I went to that like the first couple, like maybe a couple months after the car wreck, I had inflammation in my spine that I never had before, and I wanted to die. Like, it was so painful. And I'm one of those people that have dealt with very high pain and a very high pain tolerance. So when I want to die because of pain, that's a big thing for me. That's like, I have reached my limit, and if someone else had to deal with this pain that I was dealing with, they wouldn't be able to handle it. I know for a fact that if other people that do have, because I have friends, that do deal with depression, that if I had that gene for that, I would have already gone through depression. I don't know how many times after dealing with this experience. Luckily, I don't have that, and I suffer in other ways, but I'm just grateful I don't have that at least, because that would make my situation even worse. I'm dealing with the physical health, not the mental health. But sometimes people have physical health issues that trigger their depression. I'm just grateful that I don't have to deal with that at least. And so anyway, going through, this process of trying not only to convince other people that I'm sick or have something wrong, but trying to convince myself on top of that. And so, I finally, when I was doing the internship, I was like going to a chiropractor to just get me through my week, basically, so I can function. And after internship was over and I graduated, I was like, okay, I'm focusing on my health, I'm finding else. And I found a really good doctor. His name's Charlie Brown, and from like the Peanuts, and he's in Huntsville, and he has really helped get my body and my peace of mind to where I feel like I'm not as broken, because I remember like the first couple sessions I had with him, I started to do Zumba again and didn't have pain or inflammation, so I was like, okay, and so I do still have like bad days and weeks that my body's exhausted, because it's like it hasn't had time to heal. I've been go, go, go. I have to work to make a living. I have to pay for myself. I have to, feed myself. I have to do this, I have to do that. So, and then my body kind of tapped out to 40, 45 or more hours at work. It just taps out. Like, I know my limit. Once I've worked a certain amount of hours at work, I'm dead. I'm not, useful. My brain will be useful and stuff. Too bad I can't, work from home. I mean, so far as physical stuff, and that because also I'm not going to, at my job, I'm not going to leave stuff for other people to do. I'm a very hard worker, and I do what needs to be done when I see it. So when you have an independent mind and a good work ethic and your body's not working, it's detrimental to your health, because you don't really allow yourself to heal. And so I've had to learn boundaries on limitations and saying no. I'm not the only person that can do this, and not be such a control freak and let someone else do it. And things I've noticed with my health so far that want to clear up some misconceptions is that I'll have a lot of people tell me like, oh, you're like so skinny, and I wish I was thin like you, and I'm like, no, like society has brainwashed you, okay? Like, my weight right now is not healthy, okay? Because all through high school I was 120 in high school, and now I'm down to 110. I've been in high school for almost 10 years. Okay, that is not my normal weight. My normal weight is like 135 and a size 7 with muscle. That is my normal weight. Right now, my body doesn't even have the muscles to support the rods that are in my back. Like, it's, not healthy. And so when people say that, I'm kind of like, yeah, well, I'm sick. My body, I don't know what happened, but it basically ate itself too after the car wreck. All my you know, my body was just like eating itself because of stuff being wrong, probably on different levels of hormones, and you know, not being nourished enough or something. And so when I went to my doctor, Dr. Brown, he started fixing the physical. It was like once he fixed the back issues to where I wasn't in pain so much with my back, because I did not have these issues before the wreck. It was, you know, basically the wreck put tension on my spine where my rods are not. So the rods are constantly like, you know, here, and my spine's below and above it, my neck, are constantly going against the rods, like, because they've been shifted. So I'm constantly, you know, the less activity I do, the less, you know, they move, and then the less I feel tension at the below and at the bottom. Because before, you know, any kind of motion or movement that went through, it would go through my neck and then travel down and kind of disperse it. Well, now for some reason, because I don't know what happened in the wreck, whenever I have pain at my neck or at my lower back, it stays there. It doesn't transfer through anymore like it used to before the wreck. And so now if I get any lower pain from even doing one thing wrong, or picking up something too heavy, or sleep wrong, or have any kind of neck issue, it does not go away. That's another thing I've learned from my health from this experience, is that, you know, sometimes, you know, you can have an injury and then you can wait a couple days and it may go away or make it better if you sleep. From my physical state of my body right now, it will not do that anymore. Like, it just will not. If I don't go see my doctor when I start having pain, it worsens. And then what happens is it'll get really bad, and then it plateaus, and then it goes to that mode of numbness where I can't feel it because my body has said, you've taken on too much, you know, your body can't handle this pain, we're shutting down. And then that's when I fall asleep for a couple of days and can't work. And so, you know, it's a cycle. You know, so that's why I go to my doctor, you know, on a regular basis to make sure that doesn't happen, and make sure, and I put limitations up and to say no to things that I'm not going to be doing. You know, I'm sorry, I can't lift that table, can't do that, whatever. You know, really, I'm not sorry. And so, the physical limitations have been hard too. And so, you know, since he fixed a lot of the back pain I was dealing with, then other issues started to rise up, because I had that as the main issue that I was focused on. So now, since that was gone, I started feeling and realizing other stuff was wrong, because, you know, the chronic pain had, you know, kind of lessened. So now I realized, okay, my fatigue is really high, I'm losing weight, even when I worked out a whole lot. I don't eat junk food, but I do eat meat every single day. I eat vegetables, I eat carbs, I eat bread, and I sometimes have sweets, okay, like, you know, why is my body not healing? And I mean, I went through this for 2 years of losing weight, not being able to gain muscle, I guess because of inflammation, even eating, you know, anti-inflammation diet. And I'm a big researcher. I don't need a lot of help when it comes to health, unless somebody else knows, you know, can give me advice with stuff, because I don't just sit around like, oh, I wish this was better. I research, and I research, and I ask questions, and I study, and I get books, and I figure out what's going to fix what. I'm a big problem solver. So, and I had fixed several health issues before the car wreck. So, like, it was, you know, there was nothing, you know, new to me. And so I kind of like the challenge anyways. And so, whenever my back pain kind of alleviated a little bit, you know, because I finally got a good doctor after, like, a year after the wreck, I, you know, realized the fatigue and everything else, I was losing weight and everything. And I figured out my adrenals was tapping out, which made complete sense. Because I kept wanting to only eat oranges, like, all day long for like a whole month. That's all I wanted to eat. And your adrenals are really high in vitamin C. In fact, Native Americans, the reasons why they didn't get scurvy, it's not because they had any citrus fruits grown, but because the scientists were studying them, and he realized that they need citrus fruits. But the reason why they didn't get scurvy was because they would eat the adrenal glands of the animals that they would kill, and adrenal glands are high in vitamin C. So yeah. And so I was like, okay, my body's actually trying to tell me what it needs to heal itself. The more I researched about adrenal glands, it was connected to your thyroid, and there's like a thyroid epidemic in America. Like, goodness gracious, everyone has Hashimoto's, and even my, you know, close friend does. And, you know, from living in a society where everyone's stressed out and on stimulants, and, you know, things to suppress their feelings, and other things to where they just have to grind through the workday every day. whatever that is, their, you know, their sugar drink, their energy drink, their coffee, their prescription pills, their headache pills, whatever. You know, everyone's having to, you know, take something to get through the day, whatever stress it is. When you're not having those things, and you're just trying to live naturally, and your body is shutting down, you realize stuff more, because you're not suppressing anything. So here I was, you know, I didn't really drink anything but coffee, and, you know, I was really high fatigue, and having aches and pains, and any kind of stress was really, really put a toll on my body. Like, I would have physical sickness from stress. One time going to Birmingham to meet with some lawyers with a case, I don't know what happened, but the stress of everything caused inflammation in my spine, and it was so bad that I was going in between nausea of throwing up, but then the pain making me pass out. So I would like feel like I was going to pass out, but then the nausea feeling would come up, and then I would wake up again. And yeah, and that was not good. And so I was like, this is like bad, like, you know. And then of course, you know, not many people knew about those things or knew how to react to it, because it was like, you don't look sick. So I'm like, you know, I'm not like, you know, sick like you normally see. It's like my body's been injured and didn't recover. So whatever you call that, that's what I am. And so the adrenal stuff, though, may have a little discrepancy again, because, you know, some doctors won't say that it's real and whatnot, but when you go get a thyroid test and they test it, did you know they only tell you what numbers are abnormal once it's over a certain number to where they can prescribe you medicine? But if they take that test and it shows that your thyroid hormone levels are getting close to being bad, they don't say anything to you. Yeah, I had one friend, her doctor luckily let her know before she got to, you know, the really bad stages of her thyroid shutting down. And my doctor, you know, being smart as he is, was able to tell me about my adrenal glands being tapped out, and if I didn't fix those, then it would attack my thyroid next. And then lo and behold, every single symptom I had had for the last 2 years matched up to what my doctor had said. And so things with, and that's another thing that I'm making this video for, is because before the wreck and stuff, I could, you know, not wear makeup and be okay, and my clothes fit really well, and I felt, you know, energy and felt good. And you know, you pay attention to your body more than anyone else does, so you notice things other people really don't notice. And so I realized over the last few years I've had to wear more makeup because my eyes have gotten dark circles under them more than usual. And I've always had insomnia. I've always been a night owl, so that's not the reason. Probably, you know, some factors, but it's actually a sign of your thyroid, your adrenals being tapped out. So you start having really dark circles that even makeup won't cover. Your lips turn white, which, you know, my lips, you know, turn white. And so I started seeing these signs that are like, okay, like I'm physically seeing this, but I don't think other people really, you know, notice it. But my, you know, weight's down, you know, the like shape or whatever, the fullness of my face is kind of gone, and my eyes have like, you know, darker circles than they used to. My skin will, you know, is not as clear as it used to be because of, you know, my body stress and stuff. And then my lips, I noticed that they turned whiter. They used to be like more of a natural pink color, and I'm wearing a pink shirt, and so that may make them look a little pink. So basically, the stuff I noticed about that was changing, that's what, you know, happens when your adrenals tap out. So then I started taking, you know, eating more vitamin C, and I got herbal supplements for adrenal fatigue, which worked, and got some high vitamin B. But I also live paycheck to paycheck, and sometimes I don't have those vitamins, or sometimes I don't have the stuff to make the shake to take them with, or, you know, whatever. And so, you know, I take, you know, my vitamins when I can, but, you know, it's you know, not going to fix all the root cause of it, because it's a deeper root cause. You know, it's like you need, you know, adequate sleep, plus not too much stress at your job, plus, you know, plenty of, you know, water and good food, and the vitamins, and, you know, that's not always realistic. You know, it's just not. And so I had not been on any of my vitamins for about a month or so because I was broke and trying to save money, and I couldn't handle it anymore, and one of my friends sent me money, and I got some adrenal pills and vitamin B, and just 2 days after taking those pills, I was able to wake up today on my off day and not feel like a zombie. So that's progress. But, you know, I can't, you know, just take those pills for the rest of my life and stuff, because I know it's, they're just aiding and helping the healing process. But, you know, if my body actually heal, you know, that's going to take probably longer and more help. Because once you fix one problem, another one's going to pop up because so much stuff was ignored for so long. And so I also, you know, just wanted to do this video so I can look back and see how my skin and other things have changed, because I know right now it's not what it used to be like, and I know it's a direct because of my health. And I also eat like all organic too, and I have no chemicals in my house, no air fresheners, nothing, soaps, all is natural. And so there's like really nothing in my environment that I expose myself to make me sick. You know, I even say, you know, cigarette smoke. You know, I'm not a drinker. I don't take any prescription medication, none of that. And so I should be, you know, healthy. Another thing with adrenal tea is basically, it doesn't allow your to turn food into energy on the cellular level. So that explains a lot of my fatigue. Not only that, it also explains why I've had digestive issues, even though I eat really healthy and don't have dairy. And I've already tried taking out gluten, that wasn't it. And so, yeah, so like every single issue I've had is connected to that adrenal, chronic adrenal fatigue that a lot of doctors won't even acknowledge. Is more like in the holistic area, but they are important, you know. I mean, any part of your body, any organs in your body don't work, it's going to affect your health. I mean, can you imagine someone saying, oh, well, you know, smoking only affects your lungs, it's not that bad. The same thing with stress. Stress only affects your adrenal glands, it's not that bad. It is that bad, because over a prolonged time of stress and trauma, your adrenal glands tap out, and then your hormones are out of whack. When your hormones are out of whack, your adrenal glands are tapped out, they secrete the hormone cortisol, and that hormone helps you wake up, and it also helps you fight off infection and helps you with stress. So whenever you're stressed over a long period of time and your adrenal glands keep secreting that, it makes your body's in a stressful state all the time. To where then, when you actually need the cortisol to release in your body, it doesn't do it. So then you feel fatigued. Not only that, usually if it does finally release it, it's at night, and it's called a cortisol slope, and that's why you get night owls and people with insomnia. And I fixed some of that with eating the adrenal diet that I had tried, and it did work. But with my job, I come in too late, so I can't really sleep when I'm supposed to. Like go to bed before 10 p.m. I get home like at 1 a.m. So even with my diet, I still don't fall asleep like I should. But all those things intertwine, and they affect each other. And so you really have to understand your own body and how it works, and then how your body specifically works, just stuff, and how if you're someone who reacts to stress easily and gets sick physically, your adrenal glands can tap out then easily. And other people that are so carefree, they have no stress, their adrenal glands probably work at 100%. Look at them. So anyways, I know that's one. I know that is definitely a problem. Anything else, I'm not really sure. I think I keep my hormones balanced naturally, and I can eat those function, and have a healthy life, and everything else. I'm not really sure. It's just I'll figure it out later, because I always do. But yeah, and my job too, working in sales. I don't like to feel the need like I need to put on makeup, but I feel like I look sick, so I feel like I need to, because that is, society. They're like, they tell me I look skinny and good when I'm sick, and if I'm not wearing makeup or something, they're gonna tell me I look tired, and that's not good for sales. And it's like I have to be the pretty girl, for everyone to see to help sales, and it's like, even though I know I'm more than that, I don't want to look like crap anyways. So, I'd rather not have to invest in, you know, putting on makeup when I don't want to. I like the fact that I could not wear makeup and be okay, because my, you know, my skin was glowing and I looked healthy because I was. So I'm not about putting on makeup. I'm about putting on makeup because I want to, not because I feel like I have to, because I don't want to hide that I have health issues, you know. And so, but I also don't want to look like crap when I'm at work for 8+ hours. And so that's why I'm kind of like, I'm, you know, being on the couch all day, watching Netflix on my first off day, like literally just glued to the couch with, you know, no shower, no makeup, you know, never fix my hair, because it's like I need to be real and I need to see that, hey, this is, you know, we're not covering this up anymore. You know, it's like, I don't know how to explain it, but I'm just not covering it up, because that's what people are uncomfortable with. They're uncomfortable with seeing pain. They're uncomfortable with seeing things that they don't know how to fix or that they don't understand. And so it's like, you can't get help if you don't realize that there's a problem. So anyways, I think I've rambled on enough. But yeah, I think after I try, which I'm going to be trying the Plexus, by the way. I've already researched the company and stuff, the products, and how they work and why they work, and I've been impressed so far. I have a pretty good BS meter, because I've been in sales before, and you know, and with other things besides working at the hotel, and I'm not someone that someone can play their emotions on to, you know, make them believe something will work because they're desperate. Because I'm very patient. Because, you know, every time I research or try anything new, I give it a good solid 4 weeks before I make a decision. And from what I've seen, there's a lot of people that have adrenal fatigue and thyroid issues and hormone issues that have been helped by this product. And I already know that's going to help me one way or another, and maybe, you know, me to get to that next step and focus on something else in my health that is in disarray, you know, to do that next, you know. And so I just don't want later on being like, oh, well, you know, she didn't have anything wrong with her anyways. Well, no, I did. This video and my blog will show that. And part of me, I guess, has to do this because I have people that are supposed to be close to me that don't understand that. So I don't want any of those voices in my head saying there's nothing wrong when there is, because I'm not teaching right now, and I worked for it for 7+ years. You gotta wonder, why would I be doing that? You know, like looking at like all my degrees and stuff, you know, I have not worked here. And it's like, you know, God's, you know, blessing me in the meantime and helping me take care of myself. But it's hard trying to explain it to people who aren't in your situation and stuff. And so I'd rather just not have those people in my life than try. I don't have the energy to explain it anymore. That's why I don't have a lot of people in my life I used to. And it is the emotional side of it. If you want to get into that or know what that's like, you know, try, you know, not being able to do something that you just basically dedicate your whole life to do, teaching, and not being able to do that, and then have people tell you there's, you know, nothing wrong with you when, you know, you wouldn't not do what you want to do and work so hard for it, there wasn't something wrong. And then you have to deal with your body changing, but you haven't done anything different, you know, and you have to deal with pain, unbelievable pain, with no real answers of what is wrong, because the insurance sector lied to you and you have no money for any help, and or no support for any help. And then you deal with the fact that, you know, you're having to work a job you're not too fond of, but it pays your bills, and you know, you feel like you're wasting time because, you know, it's not what you went to school for. And then what's another thing that really is just hard to, I've adjusted so much that I didn't think I would have to adjust to. Oh yeah, and then you deal with such high fatigue that even the idea of going anywhere or doing anything outside of things you absolutely have to do is exhausting. And it's so exhausting that you shut down and you don't want to be around anyone or anything. And you're already introverted as it is. And because work takes so much out of you, you don't want to do anything. Because my job was so demanding at the hotel, you know, starting out, because I was good at it, that, you know, everyone wanted to offer church. And I was like, well, you know, I don't have to go to church, so I'll, you know, let these other people go. But, you know, so they want to go, and so I'll work Sundays. And then it got to the point my health got so bad, I couldn't even wake up in the morning to even go to church. And then the fatigue of, you know, how are you doing? I'm not doing well. I didn't feel well enough to go anywhere or do anything. And that was the only thing that maybe set in a little bit of depression, was that, you know, I could barely make it to church, and if I did, I didn't have the energy to be involved with anything they were doing. And then I couldn't, you know, be a part of the church. And then I was like, what was even the point after that? Because I'm not about just going to a class and then going home and forgetting about everything. I like being involved with stuff. I'm all in or not at all kind of person. And so I've not been able to even church the last 2 years, you know, because of that. And because of not having any kind of energy and being so fatigued. And having to decipher what I'm going to spend my energy on. And what I'm going to spend my energy on is going to work, doing grocery shopping, and doing my laundry my off days. That is it. And that has been my cycle of what all I've been able to achieve from having these issues. And so, you know, whenever I do feel, you know, good and stuff, I'll spend, you know, maybe hanging out with a friend or something I haven't seen, or, you know, actually like going out and doing something like a normal person would. But so far as being involved in anything, the idea even like, I don't know, you know, everyone, you know, my age is like, you know, married with kids. I cannot even imagine right now having a kid or anything like that. Like, my health, you know, would not allow it. And I don't, you know, really even have those thoughts in my head right now, because my health hasn't improved for the last 3 years and it's gotten worse. And so that's more the emotional side of it. It's like, you know, I'm not really living the full life that I know I'm capable of, because I don't have anxiety about, you know, being involved with stuff. I don't have depression where I can't get out of bed. It's all physical that's keeping me from doing activities I want to do in my life. One good thing that did come out of, you know, the experience when it came to, you know, being involved more, was that I think God knew that I needed something to make me feel like I had more of a purpose, because He knew that I was really good with kids. I like teaching, and I had a lot of other knowledge so far on the way the brain works, and relationships and stuff like that, and family dynamics and healthy relationships, really. And so one day, working at the hotel, I had kids that were in foster care come there with a sitter to watch them. And I talked to the sitter, and she was a teacher like I was. And that week, I had told God, like, look, I'm having to pay rent, I'm having to pay bills, I, you know, have to buy more money, spend more money on food, because I have to eat healthy, because my body is, you know, barely surviving as it is. I can't eat junk food. So it would, you know, be nice if I had some way to do a job, and like my prayer would be nice if I had some way to do a job that didn't cause me more physical pain or make me tired anymore. There was no physical aspect to it, but also I would be doing something that I know I'm meant to be doing, that I know is actually going to be helping others. And that week we had the foster kids come to the hotel with their babysitter, which was a teacher. I asked her how she got her job, and she told me that she worked for a family counseling associate, and that she, you know, did this during the summer she was in teaching. I was like, okay, tell me more. I got info from the company. I had an interview with the CEO, and she hired me during the interview. And I've been working with that company for over a year now, and basically what I do is I go into homes and help them with basic life skills or family support services. If DHR has been called or been involved from, you know, school or someone else, you know, there's some kind of red flag, and I go in, you know, with a caseworker. We assess it to see if what their goals should be, and then I work a case in helping those people meet their goals and teaching them those lessons to meet those goals, and check in with them and stuff. And so I really like that. And also, of course, watching kids, you know, they're in between homes, and also supervising visits with adopted parents and stuff. So, you know, I really like the social work aspect of that. So, you know, it's not what I signed up for, or not what I went to school for, but I did, you know, gain, you know, a lot of knowledge during my school time, things that are similar to that. And that with God's blessing with wisdom and how to fix things. My first case, no experience, couldn't have been any better. And clients totally, you know, overreached their goals and were very grateful for me. and it was my first time ever even doing it. And so I, without a doubt, know that God put me in that position and gave me the skills and guided me through all of that. You know, that whole entire saying, God doesn't, call the qualified, but, He qualifies the called. And that was definitely true in that statement. But I don't work that job enough to, make ends meet or anything like that. It's, it's extra income for stuff when my car and stuff breaks down and everything. It's kind of good if I don't have to work that job a lot, because that means then that kids aren't in really bad situations. I'm probably going to see more about working in Huntsville or Madison since I'm working there. But yeah, and so I was, grateful for that God did that. He answered that prayer like within 2 days. So that was pretty awesome. So I know, I'm not alone, totally alone in my experience, but it's just easier not having society or the world or certain people tell you what you should be feeling or what you should be doing when they're not in your situation. And so, at least God's got me, at least, and my close friends. So that's, good. I hope also anyone who watches this video that the experience, my experience kind of opens up a door for them to realize that, there's hope for them and stuff too. And I'm looking forward to making my video after maybe taking Plexus for like a month and seeing how it changes, because I'm very in tune with my body and what it tells me, and I will pretty much know if it's working or not. After a month I will know. And so, anyways, all to greater health and upgrading our lifestyle and food game and everything else. And so, see you later.